Hey everyone, I'm James O'Brien, physical therapist. Welcome to the Perfecting Movement YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Vivobarefoot Primus Trail Firm Ground Juniors shoe. Okay, so this is their firm ground sole. It's a little bit less aggressive than their soft ground sole. In my opinion, this is a better sole. There's more surface area to grip on smoother surfaces, and also too, it's gonna wear out less fast than their soft ground sole. So I thought this was smart that they put this on their kids' shoe versus their soft ground sole. All right, so let's talk about the benefits of this shoe. This is truly a barefoot style minimalist shoe, super flexible. Okay, I can just roll it up. This is about as minimalist as it's gonna get. There is like no cushion at all in the shoe, no EVA, super flexible, no support. That's great. So why is that important? Why is that so important, especially for kids? All right, so as a physical therapist, one of the biggest errors that I see with my patients with their walking technique or their running technique is that they land on their heel with their foot out way too far in front of them. That is, they're overstriding. So if you try and walk and your foot's, let's show you right here. I got my LA Bean slippers on. So if I put my foot way out in front of me like this, so if I'm walking and I put my foot way out in front of me like this, I land on the back side of my heel. That hurts my foot, especially if I'm barefoot on a firm surface. When I walk correctly, I land more on the front side of my heel with a shorter, quicker step. When I'm barefoot or close to barefoot, that naturally happens because I don't like pain in my heel if I take a big step. So we want to train that movement in children in particular. So one of the best ways to do that is to either keep them barefoot or to keep them in a very thin shoe. So this is, again, is about as thin as it gets. All right, so Vivobarefoot, great for kids' feet development. All right, so some of the benefits to this guy, if you're worried about your kids being able to tie their shoes, you don't have to worry about it so much. I got this little guy right here that can just adjust, super easy. And then if you're worried about this thing dangling around, I just tell my son just tuck it under, and when he has the shoe on it, more or less just stays right there. So it's not like dangling about. Shoe does have good traction, which is good. I have a feeling this sole is gonna last a fair amount of time. I've had a really good luck with Vivobarefoots in the past. That's basically exclusively what I've had for sneakers and shoes for my son, minus Crocs. He's either in a pair of Crocs, which do have a lot of cushion, but at least they're flexible and they have a wide toe box. So he's either in Crocs, Vivobarefoots, or nothing at all. And I wish I could say the same about my daughters, but you know, teenagers now, and they've rebelled against Papa, and they wear what they want. So I still have some say, but not as much as with my 8-year-old son. He doesn't really care either. He wears his shirts inside out or backwards. He doesn't even know he has them on backwards. So he's not really into fashion. That's okay. But with regards to aesthetics, I think it's a decent looking shoe. I think the shoe's gonna last a really long time. You can see here, it's got all like this sort of like protection stuff. Whatever this is, you're not gonna like blow that out. This like maybe polyurethane, I don't even know what you would call that. But that like basically wraps all around the shoe. You can see the shine there. That stuff's not gonna blow out. There's lots of little holes to allow the feet to breathe. Some nice mesh on top here to allow the foot to breathe. So I'd say the shoe's pretty breathable and it dries relatively quickly. So this sole, you know, with like a lot of other Vivobarefoot shoes, it wraps up around the upper here. So the benefit of that is that it's not just going to peel away. I've had some shoes before where the sole is just sort of glued to the upper, and the problem is then it just peels away. So that's not going to happen in this shoe. I expect this shoe, like basically any other Vivobarefoot shoe I bought my son or daughters, will last a fair amount of time. Downfall of the shoe, it's pretty expensive. I want to say I spent at least $90 on this. So this shoe is probably close to $90 to $100. But for me, you know, it's worth it, you know, to help my son develop a strong foot and to help instill good movement patterns to keep him healthy for the rest of his life. For me, it's worth it. What I do instead is my son doesn't have a lot of shoes. He basically has these, he has his Crocs, and that's about it. And then we might have some like winter boots. But other than that, he doesn't really need a lot of shoes. He's a kid, he's gonna grow out of them. And the other thing too is I always buy them a little bit on the big side. That way, you know, it'll last him. And if it is a little big, it's really not a big problem because his foot won't be slipping around up in the heel here when he walks because the shoe bends so easily. if you ever want a really stiff shoe that's a little big for you, your foot will slip around a lot in it. But if you're in a minimalist shoe, your foot doesn't really slip around so much because the shoe bends so easily. So the Vivobarefoot Primus Trail Firm Ground Shoe, I think it's a great buy, and I would encourage you to check it out. Full disclosure, at the time I made this video, I'm not a Vivobarefoot affiliate. Maybe at some point down the road I will be. I'll let that be known in the description below if that ever changes. However, the link for the shoe is in the description below. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe. Also, leave a comment if you have any questions. And also, please check out some of my other videos on my channel, which teach you how to use your body better, how to walk correctly, how to learn how to run correctly, how to bend through the hips, how to squat correctly, and how to develop some good core hip strength. I've got lots of videos, all archived nicely in the playlist section on this channel. And those are strategies I've used as a physical therapist over the past 14 years that have helped my patients get better. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.